Hello everybody, happy Wednesday. I wanted to do this video on my way to Dallas. I got a call back, yeah. So I'm headed there now at 7:30 in the morning and been driving since 5, hence the no makeup look. But I wanted to do this video because, well, one, I told you guys that I would be doing actors tips on Wednesday, but I do also have something that's a little heavy on my mind that I wanted to talk about. So first, let me start with actors tips for all of you guys that want to just watch that and then get out of here. Rude. So, actors tip of the day. I'm trying to think of what would be good to talk about. Spoke with some people, and I think that a good thing to talk about would be memorizing scripts. Some friends of mine have questions on what's the best way to do that. Is there a best way? Actually, no, not really. It's whatever works for you. So for instance, for myself, what works for me is I like to read it over and over again. So let's say, for instance, I get a brand new script.
Watch out, vehicle stop.
Shoulder ahead. Oh, well, there is my GPS, so excuse that. That will be happening from time to time, I guess. If you heard that. If you didn't, then I'm just going to sound crazy, but no big deal. So, for instance, I get a brand new script. If I get a new script, let's just say I get a scene. And what I do, I open it up, read the whole thing once over just to see what it's about, what my lines are, and all of that. But I don't really even focus on my lines. I just read the actual script to see what's going on. After I read it over once, then I will highlight whatever it is that I'm saying. Usually I don't like to highlight my lines. I just highlight my name. I don't know, it just kind of throws me off a little bit. Maybe it's a college thing of what I used to do back then. But I just highlight my name so that I can memorize my lines. After I do that, I start working on my lines. For me, what works for me is reading the whole scene a couple times and then going line by line. So let's say I've read the scene already 2 times. Then I will close my eyes, because I'm a weirdo. I close my eyes and I say what my lines are, and usually I know the other people's lines as well. Not great, but good enough so that I can know my lines. And I start with that. Let's say the first line is, no, stop that. Then I'll say, no, stop that. No, stop that. No, stop that. No, stop that. And I'm just doing it very plain. I'm not going into how I want to say things. I'm just saying the words so that I can know my lines. So, no, stop that. Okay, good. Let's see if I got it. I check my script. I got it. Fantastic. On to the next one. So, the next line is the other person's line. Fine. The next line will be, I want to go now. So then I'll say, no, stop that. Person's line, I want to go now. No, stop that. Person's line, I want to go now. I want to go now. Did I get it? Let me look. Yes, I did. Awesome. If I don't, then I'll start over from the beginning. No, stop that. I kind of want to go. Crap. What is it? Ugh. So then I look up. Okay. No, stop that. I want to go now. No, stop that. I want to go now. And that's how I memorize it. I do it all visually. Usually I get it pretty well, but that's what works for me. I know some people like to write it down. Some people will say they get their script, they get their script, they read it all, they do a once over, maybe even a twice over, and then they highlight all of their stuff same way. You don't have to do it that way, whatever works for you. You can highlight your actual lines, whatever, even if you don't highlight, it's up to you. Some people put tabs in their script to see when they actually speak, or the different scenes and all that stuff. There's tons of different ways to do it, but we're talking about memorizing the lines. This is what we do. So some people, what they will do, they will read it over once or twice, and then they start writing their lines. So if the first line is stop that, they'll write down everything that they can remember from the script. So if they remember no, stop, and I want to go now, and whatever the lines are, they'll write them all down. Then they'll check it. Okay, they put the wrong first line. So now they do it again, over and over and over, and they just write it. That's how some people memorize their lines. So it's really up to you what works for you, but I would definitely recommend trying different things to see what works best. I personally haven't done the write it down method yet, but I'm interested in it, and next time I think I'm going to do it, because we'll see if it works. And if it works for me, fantastic. And if it doesn't, I'll go back to what I normally do, because I know that that works for me. So it's whatever makes it easier for you. Every time that I memorize lines, I will say, and I don't know if most people do this, but I know I do and several other people do as well, I always try to make sense of what I'm saying. Because you're always going to, or you should always be able to make sense of what your character is saying, because it's your character and you're playing them. You put them in their play, or in your position, or what am I trying to say? You basically get into character. And everybody has a reason for saying what they're saying. I have a reason for what I'm saying to you guys right now. So if this was a monologue that you were needing to memorize, there's emotion behind it, there's thought behind it, there's reason behind it. And if you can make sense of that, it'll be a lot easier for you to memorize your lines, because it makes sense and it is something that your character would say. So that always makes it easier for me as well. So I hope that helps you guys with actors tips. Please give me feedback if there's other ways that you guys memorize. If you guys want to know of different tips or have questions on things, please send an email, or just contact me on my blog, and that'll be the best way. The thing I wanted to talk to you guys that I have that's heavy on my mind is the word luck. Several people have told me, and I know that a lot of people get this being actors, that we're lucky. We're not lucky. You're not lucky. I'm not lucky. Maybe we are sometimes, but not necessarily in acting. There's about 1, maybe 2% of people that are lucky in acting, that are sitting in a bar or sitting at a diner and somebody walks up to them and says, hey, you want to be an actor? Doesn't happen. But it has happened to maybe Daniel Radcliffe or that dude from Solo that just came out. But does it really happen? No. There's a lot of hard work that goes behind that person that made it overnight. The person that made it overnight has been working for 3 years and then finally got their big break. That's not luck. I am driving right now to Dallas. I left my children at 5 in the freaking morning, and I'm trying to come over here to make a callback. Y'all have been seeing me all freaking week. I have been driving. Every day almost, I have been driving. I'm either driving, I'm studying, I'm reading up on stuff, I'm doing this, I am working. It is not luck. Am I blessed? Everybody is blessed. Thank God that everybody is blessed in one way or another. Am I lucky? No. It's hard work and dedication that's paying off. That's what it is. It's not luck. So I just want to let you guys know that when people tell you that you're lucky, fine. Okay, yeah, thanks, I'm lucky. But understand that it's a grind. Understand that you need to work hard. Understand that you need to not give up. That you need to study. You need to work on your craft. You need to focus. And you need to just continue going. Because whether you make, or I guess whether you book these auditions or not, either way, there's going to be more out there. And hopefully one day you will get that big break. But a big break for you might be a different big break than for me. I'm doing this because I love what I do and I want to support my family. Some other people want to be in the limelight and want to be in Hollywood. I wouldn't mind being there, don't get me wrong, but everybody has different goals. So just know that it's not all about luck. Sure, sometimes it can be. It's definitely about networking and meeting the right people. But just continue to open yourself up, networking, continue to work hard, and continue to do your job, because that's what we're here to do. That's what we love to do. Be the best that you can be and go for it. So hopefully that makes y'all think a little bit differently, and not listen to all the people that are just like, oh, you're lucky, because I've been working really hard to be lucky, and if this is what luck is, it's crazy. But all right, well, have a good rest of the day, and thank you for watching. Bye.